Hello, and welcome to what we're going to call Unprotected Texts Plan B. I'm Jacob.
I'm Matt.
And this is a series where we're going to be reading from just some real gems of trash we found at the bookstore. Just some truly brilliant, gleaming trash fires. This particular one in this series is going to be Hellions, Ride On, by Chelsea Cameron, who may or may not be the real name.
Or, if that's not the real name, obviously this is a superhero name because, hello, alliteration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Snappy,
Double
twitchy.
C's.
This, according to the cover, is a USA Today best-selling author. So we must know this person. Tagline is, "Are you ready to ride?"
But think of that power, though. I mean, every hotel room in the country. Think of the reach.
That's true.
USA bestseller list?
Yeah, that's got to be... You got Bible, you got the Book of Mormon, and you got Hellions, Ride On.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Flipping through it, it is a masterpiece in how not to do self-publishing. So not only is obviously it's very cheaply produced, but that's fine. You know, not everyone has to have the fanciest book. I'm going to show Matt this. This is kind of his first time walking through it. So, and I'll put in stills here. You can tell. So first starts off with the contents, which, as you can see, includes 12 chapters. This is going to be a 12-chapter series.
12 chapters.
And then a bunch of prologue stuff. and a bunch of preview.
I really like the "you made it." ...
Yes.
Ellipses.
Yeah. So in total, 77 pages, probably like 30 subheadings. So this is a Hellions MC second generation prequel. So we are kind of jumping into the middle of a series. So apologies to any really diehard Hellions fans.
Also, spoilers are going to be forthwith.
Yeah, a lot of spoilers. This was published in 2018. But, okay, so here's the thing. First off, Matt, and our audience, I should tell you this. Content warning. This book contains...
CW.
Oh.
Faces I remember, I still see. Moving on forever.
This book contains mature content not suitable for those under the age of 18. Content involves strong language, violence, sexual situations. All parties portrayed in sexual situations are over the age of 18. All characters are a work of fiction. You have questions already.
I'm just remembering for that TV series on Henry VIII.
Okay.
Where it was like, I mean, obviously Henry VIII was a real person.
Yes.
But it was like a dramatized take on his life with Jonathan.
I don't remember the TV
Jonathan
series.
Rice something.
Jonathan Rice Davies?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
But so Henry ascended to the throne in real life at 17.
Yes.
And as far as we know, was having a lot of sex. However, in modern day America, you can't have a 17-year-old having sex. So they basically fudged the history and made him 18 when he ascended to the throne and picked up with his story. Then it was okay.
Wow.
Have as much sex as you want when you're 18.
Just... Okay, that's amazing. Well,
No, but she's just like...
She's just...
She's covering her bases.
Yeah, covering her
Good
bases.
thing.
Yeah. This next part is my favorite. Stay up to date. Do you want to get bonus scenes, sale updates, and new release information and more? Click here!
Click here.
On the page. Boop, boop. There. This is what you get when you put in, so you have like your text
I'm
document.
picturing her like putting this into like a Word doc with
Yes.
a hyperlink.
No, but that's what it is,
And
though.
she's like, perfect.
Perfect.
Foolproof.
Control C, Control V, Control S, done. Like, walk away. Oh, look, here we go. Contact directly me anytime at authorchelseacameron.com. There's a Facebook hyperlink. Also on just a page with nothing on it but the Twitter and Instagram.
Twitter and Instagram.
And Instagram. Again, and a thing that happens when you were to just copy and paste it right into the formatting documents. And we have also in this series, so we have a lot to catch up on here. Hellions Ride On, Born to It, Bastard in It, Bleed for It, Bold from It, Broken by It, Brazen Being It, Better as It,
Butter with it.
Butter with
Bread baking as it.
That's my spin-off.
Bouillabaissing it.
Bouillabaisse. Bolognese. This series is a standalone spin-off from the Hellions ride series. While you can read this series without reading the first series... Okay, good. Okay. While you can read this series without reading the first series, the reading order for Hellions Ride is as follows. 1 Ride. Forever Ride. Merciless Ride. Eternal Ride. Innocent Ride.
Wasn't there Forever Ride before Eternal Ride?
Yes. So, I don't... Again...
So the Forever Ride was interrupted by something,
By
and
something.
then you get back to that, but
Yeah.
just with a different name.
Well, you don't want to call it the same thing again, because then it feels kind of like, you know, we're just doing the same thing over
Right.
and over. Might as well call it the Eternal Ride. Or they just... that.
Maybe it takes place in Rome.
Oh.
The Eternal City, Eternal
the
Ride.
Eternal Ride. Yes, that... I really hope... Oh my god, if this jumps time... Okay, here we go. Change up. Innocent Ride. Simple Ride. Heated Ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Icy Hot Ride.
Icy Hot Ride, which you will need if you ride a motorcycle that much. I can't imagine it's that comfortable. I use Icy Hot and I just walk upstairs. Okay, this is where it gets a little complicated. Ride With Me, parentheses, Hellions MC and Ravage MC duel, end parentheses, co-written by Ryan Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Originals Ride, and finally, can you guess what the last one is called?
Hellions Ride 2, Son of the Ride.
That's the sequel. That'll be the sequel to Final Ride.
Final Ride.
Final Ride.
Of course.
Mind you, we're like 7 pages in, and the story hasn't started yet. We're not actually into any of the book. To every Hellions MC reader, thank you. I don't know who loves the series more, me or all of you. Thank you for encouraging me to bring them back. So, was there like a letter writing campaign after the first
We
Hellions
need to
series?
get our hands on those letters then.
Let's ride. All right, so let's ride. Here we go. The story's gonna start. No, it's not. Okay, wait, hold on.
Okay.
It is not going to start. Actually, what happens is there is a character heading, like Game of Thrones. Each chapter is a POV.
Okay.
So this is from Axel. Now this is not, again, part of the book yet. But it says Axel. Character heading, Axel. I was born a Hellion, and I'll perish a Hellion. Ride until I fucking die. And I guess he's done
There's
talking.
that language that she was talking about.
Right off the bat. Oh no. So, are we starting the book yet? Here, oh. Not quite.
Another
Okay,
character
so
heading.
another chapter heading, Hellions Ride On, which is the name of this book. But this appears to just be the copy, the blurb. One job, one ride. Could it turn into something more?
One job, one ride, 2 lovers.
2 lovers, possibly more, we'll see. His cut is life. Axel Devon Cruz was born a Hellion and proudly fond of his place within the club. He's been ordered to transport a female to Chicago alone. He has one job to complete. She has this one chance to feel free. They have this one ride to share. Can one ride turn lust into love? A second time? It's happening again! Okay, okay, here we go. Oh, this is it. Excited?
Yes.
This is Matt very excited. Okay, alright. Chapter 1. Axel. Life is the road before me. Some parts aren't yet paved out. One thing is for sure. I ride with the Hellions Motorcycle Club. It's in my blood, and they're at my back. The ride for life is love, loyalty, and respect. This is how I ride, because I am part of the legacy. Ride until I motherfucking die. Boom. Alright, we're off and riding. What gives? I ask, drizzling syrup over the pancakes in front of me. Shooter settles into the seat across from me, while my dad, Rex, turns the other dining room chair around to straddle it, sitting in behind his plate. So now I feel like I have to do this. I feel like I have
To get the atmosphere.
Yeah, I really gotta,
get the feeling for it.
yeah, Riker my chair so I can sit in it like this. This kitchen, this table, is my mother's every dream. Her touch is felt everywhere. My mother's dining room table used to be this small, a small 4-person circle my mom found at a secondhand store. Now, though, Shooter gave her 7 babies, and this bitch is 15 feet long and seats 10 with elbow room.
What a way to pivot.
Right, I love it. I love it. A gift he gave my mom after my youngest sister was born. Family's everything to Shooter. My mom, my dad, Rex too, even though he doesn't have a bunch of little Hellions to chase down. My mom wants everyone to have their own space at the table. Hell, she tries to give us all our space throughout the house. Shooter puts his foot down though, because they keep having babies, and this house, while it's grown, isn't something he plans to have a mansion size. He tells her all the time he doesn't want a house he has to hire a team to clean, and he doesn't want her cleaning it because he'd rather have her under him in their bed or behind him on his bike over scrubbing a floor.
Yummy.
We're getting a feel for their family dynamics. They had this epic kind of love that withstands time. Mom always gets what she wants, but she's okay with compromise too.
Okay, so both and.
Can I just say?
Both
Can
and?
I just say the jerky pacing, like it's like, this table meant everything to my mother. That fucking bitch is fucking 15 goddamn feet long. Bedrooms. She makes the younger kids share, but as each kid gets into the teen years, they get their own room. The house has grown over the years. Mom makes Shooter add on as he does. Thankfully, I was 7, almost 8 before they started having the brood. Ugh. Brood. Like eggs.
The litter.
Like literal egg sacs, like the alien queen. I always had my own room at 18. Shooter built me an apartment over the garage. Holy shit, Shooter. Holy shit. Shooter is my stepdad and a man I look up to. He's always had my back, and we have a close relationship. Boom. Familial ties established. Narrative forward.
Simple.
Boom. Getting right to it.
Mm-hmm.
My biological dad, Rex, takes a bite of his pancakes. Damn, Shooter. You cook and you keep that wife knocked up. So... Hold on. Obviously got shit going on in bed. If I was abroad, I might want to marry you too. Dad jokes with my stepdad, Shooter. So at this breakfast table, we have our hero Axel, his stepfather Shooter, and his mother and his biological father, who I guess lives in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is like
realistic? No.
No, not even realistic. Do you think this is meant to be a kink? Like this is like a cuck
Potentially,
thing?
yeah. Potentially.
Okay. I wonder. I don't know if this thread carries through.
Because that's the first line of dialogue that the biological father had, right?
Yes, that is the first thing he says. Arguably, it's the second line of dialogue in the book. The first line of dialogue, if you remember, is, "What gives?"
Mm-hmm.
The two men are brothers in the Hellions motorcycle club and thick as thieves. It's a cuck thing. It's a cuck thing. Hands down.
Mm-hmm.
During my teen years, I couldn't get anything past either of them. It's funny how things work out in life, knowing the history between them and how Shooter protected my mom. Well, it is amazing to think they'd overcome everything to be so close. What would destroy most people only brought us close together. I couldn't imagine life without either man around. Shut the hell up about my mom being knocked up, I tell them both as my pancakes don't seem as appealing when my dad is talking about my stepdad fucking my mom. Okay, so he has like some acknowledgement of the situation. He is...
But after saying, I can't imagine life without either of them.
No, is that...
Maybe you should. Maybe you should try. Maybe you should do some creative visualization. Picture that horizon.
Shooter, you make pancakes. You made pancakes. Who's dying? I put the real question on... Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Okay, sorry. I tell them both that my pancakes don't seem as appealing when my dad is talking about my stepdad fucking my mom. Quote, Shooter, you made pancakes. Who's dying? I put the real question on the table while continuing to eat. Do you... understand what the fuck...
Does this tie back to the what gives?
Oh my god. In real time it is this. It is in real time it's... What gives? Shut the fuck up about fucking my mom. Pancakes? Who's dying? That's what's happened.
And that took 3 pages.
It took 3 pages. My god. Everyone knows that no one makes better pancakes than Andy Shooter Jenkins, so I won't let them go to waste. Okay, holy shit. However, I also know if Shooter's making pancakes for me, specifically, there is something going on. This has to be our thing for as long as Shooter has been in my life. That doesn't mean I shouldn't question it. I'm too old for him to use breakfast to bond with me, and he knows it. Classic breakfast bonding.
Mm-hmm.
How many times does
Gets
that
me
happen?
every time.
It really does, though. But seriously, though, you get me hash browns, and you could tell me everyone is dead. It's just you and these hash browns?
I'm just gonna store that away for the future.
Yeah, you may have to use it sooner than you think. As if he was still a Green Beret in the army, he has eyes that grow dark when he's worried or pissed. Other than a change in his eyes, he never gives anything away. Ever. Shooter is typically even keel about everything. If there's the slightest danger to my mom or any of the kids, including me, well, he becomes one scary motherfucker. His eyes narrow and grow dark. Sinister. Today,
Because biking.
Because motorcycles are scary.
So when the applicant comes and sits down and wants to ride with the Hellions,
Yes.
The application manager is like, run down your case for me again.
Well,
actually, no. Just show me the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Can you make them dark?
Right. No, I can make it dark. I've been practicing. Like,
Darker.
oh, okay.
Can you come back next week?
I think the lighting in here is. I think that's what it is. I'm used to my house light. It's fine. I'll come back. Thank you. Today isn't that look, but it's different. Having him in my life for so long, I can see the seriousness in his eyes. I see the worry, the concern. This doesn't make sense. I'm not in any kind of trouble. Don't fucking do this shit, Shooter, I mutter, dropping my fork as the anxiety rises in my belly and tightens in my chest. Do not make me some damn pancakes and tell me something's wrong with someone I love. The fear hits me like a punch to the nuts. If he's got my dad here and made me pancakes and they're preparing to tell me something about my mom, look, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not scared of one damn thing other than losing my mother. Call me a mama's boy. I don't give a fuck. She gave me all she had to give my whole fucking life. No one is a better mother than Tessie Jenkins, and there's nothing I wouldn't do to protect her. So we got Axel, Shooter, Dad, and Tessie. For him to make me pancakes, we're still on the fucking pancakes.
Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. I take some bacon and I put it in a pancake.
He has something on his mind. It can't be about my mom. It just can't. My siblings are still young. They need their mom. Our mom. Shooter needs her. Hell, my dad has a wife. But even he still is close with my mom. No one has had a bad thing to say about her. Ever. Shooter may be my stepdad, but he's a daily staple in my life since I was 6 years old. My mom was and is the best mom and puts her heart and soul into being a mom to all her kids. Shooter and I instantly bonded when I was a younger kid over my mom and her breakfast choices for me. The oatmeal, the healthy food. Well, that shit sucked ass. Everything is both ways. Everything is, I love this. This thing fucking sucks. It was life, though, and my mom was doing her best for me and for her back then. Then Shooter came into our lives. Shooter would wake me up before mom to make me some pancakes or something other than oatmeal. The sticky warm breakfast is something I can choke down on occasion. Saving me from the oatmeal became our thing. I looked forward to it. My God. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening! The first girl who dumped me, Shooter made me pancakes. When he sat me down with my dad to have the talk, you know, the sex talk. That's what it says. Yeah, that shit was over pancakes. When Roundman died, he made me fucking pancakes for the whole club. The fluffy way, only Shooter makes them too. Okay, hold on. The fluffy way, only Shooter makes them too.
T-O-O.
T-O-O. As in as well as, so it kind of makes sense.
Or he's talking about a different style of making pancakes. As opposed to the fluffy way There's the hard as bricks way.
There's the hard as bricks way, which let's be honest, is a healthier way to eat your pancakes if they're just physically hard to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But when someone dies, you make them fluffy. You have to be respectful.
this is a wake, goddammit. This is a hardcore biker wake. We're having fluffy pancakes. Him making pancakes now, yeah, shit is about to get real. Shooter is trying to prepare me, soften the blow with this breakfast, and I want him to cut to the chase. I'm not a little kid anymore. My dad stares at me, our eyes lock. Shit is serious. Drexel, quote-unquote, Rex Cruz is anything but serious. Unless it comes to the Hellions or his family. Okay, so Drexel, Rex Cruz is the dad, biologically, and a cuck. He's come a long way through over the years. We've come a long way together as well. The look he's giving me right now, worry, concern.
Were those like one-word sentences?
Yes! Ellipses, worry, concern.
Worry, concern, dejection, humiliation.
Humiliation. Arousal. What has the two strongest men I know rattled? Of course, my dad wasn't in my life in those early years, so the struggle for my mom to provide for a growing boy was real. My dad didn't know about me, and if he had, well, everyone tells me so much would have been different. In the end, though, I think my life turned out fucking grand, so you won't hear me complaining, except for in the previous paragraph where I complained. I have had enough years with him now to know his looks, his tells, something isn't right. With every passing second, I feel more anxious. The fact that the two of them sit at the table together regularly surprises most outsiders. We don't give a shit what anyone thinks, especially a stranger. That's directed at me. I apologize, Rex. You know, I want to say...
Were you stepping?
I was stepping.
You were stepping.
I was stepping, and I should have been look where I was stepping. Because now I've stepped in it. And I just want to say to the whole Jenkins family that, you know, not every family has to be...
Mea culpa.
Exactly.
That's all it comes down to.
All right. My dad, Drexel Rex Cruz, it's always written out. So my dad, Drexel Rex Cruz, Catawba, Hellions MC president. After his cousin Talon Trip Cruz took over as the Haywood's Landing president, Dad stepped up and he named Andy Shooter Jenkins as his VP. It's like some Game of Thrones. We're getting the politics of the situation. The politics will inform the characters' decisions. You know, there isn't a man he trusts more than Shooter, not even me. They have this unique bond, and I swear they can communicate without even speaking sometimes.
So if there's not a man that Rex trusts more than Shooter, not even him,
Yes.
maybe this serious talk they're about to have is, son, we gotta put you down.
I remember when I was little, being confused by some of it. Now, though, no one questions either of them because the loyalty and respect they have for one another knows no bounds. Family isn't always blood, and the Hellions MC are... Okay, so... Motorcycle Club, I literally just got that. Did you pick up on that?
Yes.
I did not. Okay, that's on me. That's on me. The Hellions MC are a fucking family through and through. Shooter has been my mom's rock since he came into our lives. When Rex had time to sort out on his own, Shooter was there for us. I know how to fight. I know the fight that ensued when Rex learned Shooter was hiding me from him to help my mom. Wait, what? When Rex learned that Shooter was hiding me from him to help my mom, how my dad got over the betrayal of his motorcycle club brother, I don't know, but they worked shit out for me and my mom. The mismatched family we have is one I wouldn't trade for the fucking world. Admirable, although I feel like we should have read the previous books. That must be covered. Ain't shit wrong with anyone, Shooter says, taking a bite of his own breakfast. I look him in the eye. If you tell me we got another baby coming, I might have to stab you with a fork. 7 kids are enough, don't you think? Shooter laughs. That's my dad. No more kids. Your mom threatened to cut off my cock if I didn't get it fixed in Attica. Thank fuck, I retort. Then why the pancakes? Been talking. My dad speaks. Need you to take a run to Chicago. You don't want to do it? Say the word, son. We drop the client. I set my fork down to study the men. Their features give nothing away, so I'm more confused with each passing moment. This is in quotes. I'm 25 years old. I went to college like y'all asked before I came back and earned my cut. I prospected a solid 14 fucking months. I handled cruise transports, regular business, just as good as either of you. I'm a grown-ass man. I can take a fucking run. My aggravation isn't held back. How can they think I would turn away and run? This is what the club does for income. These side runs, this wouldn't be my first job, or my last. There isn't a job I would ever turn away. This club is my life. This club needs the transport. I'll step up. No questions asked. Axel, reliable guy. Count on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But not emotionally.
But yeah, he needs to work out something.
Right.
I don't know what. I don't think he's totally dealt.
Axel, what are you going through? Get it together, honey.
Yes. Talk to someone. Talk to someone other than your 2 dads and your mom or your 7 step-siblings. Not a doubt in our minds about that, Axel, Shooter explains. Gotta say it though, we're your partners and it ain't easy to let you go sometimes. This run, you take it alone. Stepping out into the world. And I need pancakes for this. Why? I pushed the plate forward, letting my irritation win. Last time I checked, my patches were equal to everyone else's. Last time I checked, I completed more than 1 run for this club. Last time I checked, I knew the fucking risks and I took them proudly. So last time I checked, there would be no reason to question giving me an order or a reason to give me information like you're prepping for a damn funeral. I think we found his catchphrase.
Mm-hmm.
The package isn't one contained in a crate. It isn't even a product we can replace, my dad tells me in a serious tone that I've never heard him before. It's a person, I ask, sorting through what it could be, and it's the only thing that pops into my mind. It is, Shooter replies, setting down his fork.
Well, let's dissect that.
Okay, yeah.
So it is...
It's okay, yeah.
They transport.
They transport, yes.
So if it's not a thing,
Yes.
there are only 2 other options in the world of nouns, right?
Yeah.
And you can't transport a place unless, the town is, or someone's property is small enough that you can fit it in a box.
Yeah, unless you brainiac it and shrink and
So the thing is out. The place is no good, so it has
to be a person, and it is not contained in a crate, and it cannot be replaced. So it's not like a twin. I love how this author also gives everyone an action with their dialogue. It can't just be said this person. It's got to be Shooter replies, sitting down his fork and taking a drink of water, just so.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a person. Male or female, and why alone? It's a paid run to transport a female, my dad explains, and I can't stop the laugh. This shit sounds like Trippin' Doll. Don't tie me down, Pops. Reference to another book? Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. I joke, but they don't take the bait. I want them to lighten the mood. No matter the package, I'm taking the run. I don't give a fuck that it's a person. Me to everything I met. I'm taking the run. I don't give a fuck that it's a person. I'm sure that it's a different responsibility, but it's not the kind a man to shy away from my responsibilities ever. You were requested specifically for the job by the client, Shooter says, looking at Rex as they silently communicate something, and we'll demonstrate that for you now. Okay, maybe. Again, trying to find a nonchalant tone, I joke. Who wants to play matchmaker? Instead, both men shake their heads and look at me sternly. Why me then? You know the girl, and the requester thinks she will be soothed in your care, my dad tells me. I'm a Cruz. We aren't known for being teddy bears. Again, why me? Faroum! The client feels she may offer some resistance, but with you, she will decide to come along. They only want you. My decision is easy. Then when do I ride? You leave in 20 minutes, my dad says.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Get to fucking work.
Yeah.
Do you think they had planned on finishing their whole... Because he initiated this conversation. So do you think they were planning on finishing the whole breakfast?
I think it would have been like, remember in the movie Twister when they go to their aunt's house and they like start in on that big thing?
Right.
And then a storm pops up and then they're like finishing as they're running out the door.
Okay,
so
like
it
that.
would be like they take the coffee with them and a couple of sausages.
This chick is untouchable. The man requesting her transport is not the kind of guy to fuck with, Axel. Schreier explains with dread in his tone. With dread in his tone. I have not heard it put that way before.
A dreadful tone, perhaps.
Matt, why you gotta be a critic? Why you gotta be such an editor, alright? We were willing to turn it away, but if we do, he's gonna push back. We're willing to go to war, Alex. Chugging that water has made me belchy, but I feel like it fits with this. We're willing to go to war, Alex. You don't have to take this run. Who is she? I wonder why the Hellions MC has even been asked to be involved. The air grows thick. Tension is at an all-time high. Do you feel it? Are you on the edge of your seat? This is the end. What feels like the end of Act 1, honestly.
Is the woman his mom?
Then my dad speaks. Yesenia Dominguez. End of chapter 1. For the burn!
What a ride, and
What?
we didn't even leave the breakfast table.
That was is that the call to action, or like the what stage of the Campbellian hero's journey are we on? Is that the
We're at the preparatory meal.
That's right. I remember.
You've heard of the Last Supper. This is the last breakfast.
Okay. Oh God.
Back to reality.
I don't know how they do that.
We've left the world of books, and with the switching of the chair, we're back into reality.
Oh, what I miss? Thanks for watching this. We will be doing a chapter
Here and there,
sprinkled in, just to kind of keep the pace of videos somewhat consistent. So you have something to watch. Also, there will be a podcast version of this as well. And again, if you're yes.
And follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Instagram at unprotected.texts. Twitter
at unprotected text singular, because plural it was too long and I couldn't think of what character. I mean,
Nope.
I was just like, well, I have to get rid of one character here, so I might as well just make it singular. Unprotected text.
Which works just fine. But yeah, if you're seeing this, there'll be links down here for all of the podcast websites. That you can click on for all that shit. You know how to click on stuff. It's like when you click on stuff in books. It's kind of like that, but on your computer.
So effective.
So effective. So thanks you again, and remember, if you're gonna run from yourself,
At least bring a book.
or a motorcycle, or some pancakes.
Make sure you put the basket on the motorcycle so you can store your book.
Like, oh god.
Yeah, like on a bike.
Little bell. I love it. Toot toot.
Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. I take some bacon and I put it in a pancake. Bacon pancake, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. I take some bacon and I put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon